looks like they're doing lineups.
Good morning, Jefferson JV hockey fans. We are coming to you from the third day for the New Hope Holiday Tournament Classic. 30th year, we learned yesterday. Today, your JV Jaguars are taking on the Bemidji. John Rash, I don't know what Bemidji's mascot is.
They are the Lumberjacks. They have
the
been
Lumberjacks.
playing like that on the varsity level. I watched their varsity game yesterday against Two Rivers. And Two Rivers, a very strong team, good goalie, but boy, Bemidji looked really good, and they won decisively in varsity. So, as always, Ryan, we want to see, how this JV team reflects the varsity team. One thing we do know is the Lumberjacks are as thick as a forest on the bench. They seem to have a lot of reserve players there.
Yeah, as much as I love the Jaguar logo, John, it's tough to beat Lumberjacks for a Minnesota hockey franchise.
No question about it.
Today's game, though, is for the JV championship. So this is pitting, I presume, two teams that went 2-0.
Correct.
So Jefferson should be in for a tough test. To John's point, I don't know what the JV scores were, but the varsity team was winning their games relatively handily. So I'm assuming that talent will probably trickle down. This is probably going to be a tough test for us today, John.
I think it is, but the JV team so far in this tournament and so far in the season has often been up to the test and either winning or being in nearly every single game that they've contested here. And Jaguars will be sending out Megan DeLarwell, who's played really, really well in goalie, along as well as her goalie partner, Annika Bjorklund. But Megan gets the call today as they trade off the net here. Libby is the young goalie for Bemidji, number 39, who's skating out there as well. Bemidji clad in all black and white. Jefferson in their home whites.
Can you tell, is it black or is it like a super
really
dark
dark blue? Perhaps it's a super dark blue.
I like it though. It's an old school look, isn't it?
Really
just
clean
Bemidji
look.
Diagonal across.
Especially their home uniforms, which I saw last night, which are white with just the really dark blue and just Bemidji across. So
we are underway off the draw. Jefferson gets into the offensive zone. Allie Moore in the corner. She gets rubbed off, but she still tries to get it to first. First, back to Moore behind the net. She chips it into the corners, creates a little space, tries to go back to the blue line. Bemidji appears to, we've seen a couple teams, John, who were very aggressive, or I guess more aggressive defensively, but sunk down, sort of piled players in front of the net. Bemidji seems a little bit more traditional in terms of their wings are content to guard the points, which is going to take away. We get a lot of shots from the blue line typically, but should open things up underneath, not be as congested.
We'll have to see if that continues, if the Jags can take advantage of it. They try to do so here, but the faceoff kicks back to Bemidji, and they look to get a shot off.
Good shot there from Bemidji. Hit a defenseman in front. I think that was Schramm, deflected that with her breezer pad over to the side. Now Feldman's going to retrieve in the corner. She's got Towie up ahead. Finds her, but Towie goes off a skate out to center ice. Perry there. Towie and Perry both. Perry comes away with it, at least for a second. Now it's loose. Schramm content to dump that in. We're going to get four changing behind. Perry on the forecheck. Ties up the Bemidji forward. Ty is trying to dig it out. Now it's 2-on-2. Perry comes out of the pack, but again, Bemidji steals it off her stick. They come up the far side wall. They're going to try to get it deep, get it changed. Good poke check there. That was Marshall. Tyus now into the offensive zone. Bemidji playing very smart, though, doing a good job just disrupting play. They dump it deep. Goes behind the net. Mendel picks it up. Rings the board. She's got First over here. First gets around the first defenseman. Finds Moore cutting. Just good pass there. Moore couldn't get a touch on it, though, and it'll go for icing.
Moore gave it a good chase, as she usually does, Ryan. She's got a lot of speed on her, but just couldn't quite get to the icing line there. So we're going to have a face-off to the right of Megan DeLarwell. 2 shots on goal so far for the Lumberjacks, none for the Jaguars. But I what seems like a relatively even game so far, a couple of minutes in.
Off the draw, Keith wins it over to the near side wall. Mendel's got it. She gets it to Towie. Towie races up the sidewall, gets around the first defenseman. She's got Moore and Keith with her. Tries to center it, but it rolled off the end of her stick. Moore gives chase. Comes to Keith. Keith back to the point. Oh, that got on net. I think that got deflected by a Bemidji player.
But Towie was camped right in front of there looking to get the deflection there. So Jaguars setting it up effectively on that opportunity. Here's Keith in the corner.
Keith. And feeds it to Perry. Perry's first shot saves. Rebound backhanded on, also saved. Towie in front there, hacking at it. Another good scoring opportunity for Bloomington there.
3 of them so far here, one of which over the net, so it didn't count as a shot on goal, but that was perhaps the closest. But Jaguars, Ryan, seem to be getting in really deep and right in front of the Lumberjack netminder. That, should presage well for the game and scoring opportunities.
I do expect, John, this is going to have a slightly different feel because I am watching Bemidji's forwards. They're not cheating down to help out defensively, which is we're not accustomed to seeing. Oftentimes the teams we play tend to pack the slot. Bemidji's content to play one-on-one here.
Kind of a system and very disciplined in implementing it so far, but here's a turnover as the Jags try to get another opportunity here.
That's batted out to the neutral zone. Bemidji comes with a good intercepted pass by Keith. Moore comes, tries to split the D. Has first trailing behind her, but Bemidji's good sticks. Making it hard to get pucks through. First now throws it in front. Sort of a floater.
Looking for a tip there to Taylor Keith, but wasn't able to connect.
That comes back to Schramm. Schramm goes down low to Keith. Keith content to dump it behind the net. Moore retrieves. She's looking. Centering pass. Ooh, that hit the goalie's stick. Almost popped into the net, but cleared out. Schramm again down low. She gets it to Moore. Moore lost in her skates temporarily. Schramm tried to pinch, but here comes Bemidji the other way. Fortunately, Towie coming off the bench after a change was back to help out. Mendel gets it to Towie. Towie goes cross ice, finds Moore, connects on that pass. Moore tried to make a move. Lost it. Towie smartly held up at the blue line. Good vision there by Towie.
Also allowed a Jaguar change of the other 4 skaters, so very well played there by Megan. Or by
Bemidji tried to
Towie.
Carry it out of the zone. Man, Bemidji just really good with their sticks, John. Every time a Jefferson player gets near one, they're knocking the puck loose, making it hard to really get any momentum carrying it. Jefferson's going to have to move the puck via the pass a little better. They dig it out of the corner. Perry tried to go cross ice to Towie. Missed on that pass. Bemidji, though, fanned on trying to dump it in deep. Tavas is going to carry it in. She gets a shot on. Tried to make a move, but well played again defensively by Bemidji. Held in at the blue line by Marshall. Comes out to the neutral zone. Perry patiently looking. She's carrying it. Really wanted to get that pass through to first, John, but Bemidji just was not going to allow it, so she dumps it in. First, now on the forecheck. 2 Bemidji players go down. Tyus is going to pick it up. She's going to have some room. She's going to carry it in front. Tried to go far side. First tried to work the backhand. Couldn't get that on net. Bemidji clears it. But Moore knocks that away twice. Tyus takes a whack at it in front. That went a little wide. Centering pass. Finds first. Oh, and just hit a Bemidji skate. Marshall tries to throw it in front. And out comes Bemidji. Again, John, we're getting bodies in front. We have a little room to roam. We're just haven't been fortunate yet that any of those whacks from the slot have gotten past the goaltender.
A couple of good shifts by the Jaguars offensively there. Allowed them to take the lead in shots, 5-4, Ryan. They actually could be almost 6 with that one puck that just skirted above the net. So Jags are getting some opportunities here, but looking to equalize, down 1-0 so far.
Jefferson has 3 players along the sidewall trying to get that puck across the blue line. Big collision there. Both players go down. Moore spots Towie fresh off the bench, but Towie's 1-on-5. Look at the Bemidji back check, John.
The
all
color
4
contrast,
players.
exactly.
Yes.
the deep blue.
It was a
versus
black
the white.
cloud
Yes.
descending on Towie
Yeah.
behind the net.
No doubt.
Ooh, that one taken down. The refs, I think the refs are going to let them play here today, John. We've had several collisions. A few players hit the ice. Lindman picks that up. She's got a little bit of room. She's going to carry it low. Oh, slid that right along the goal line. Tried to find Perry in front. Perry's now got it in the corner. Tried to get it centered, but hit a skate. Bemidji with a breakout. Good centering pass. Speed here by Bemidji, but well played by Schramm. Disrupts that rush.
And
now
then a
Lindman.
pad save by DeLarwell. Very nice to finish it.
Jefferson's got to be careful. Lindman was on the rush. She's hustling to get back. Oh, off of the stick
Half of the
knob.
stick,
Yeah,
yes, yeah.
You don't see that all the time,
No,
John.
but you could
Ricocheted
see
over the net.
very clearly from where we are, Ryan, Megan tracking that with her eyes and effectively using all of her stick right there. Nice save
Towie
by
gets
her.
it ahead to Keith. Again, 1-on-5. She gets tied up at the blue line, continues fighting. Moore tries to chip it in. Holding the zone, at least for the moment. Finally gotten down into the corner. DeVos tried to make a move to get in front of the net. DeVos again. Gets it back to Moore. Moore in front, tried to get it on net. DeVos was there. Now it's loose, but covered up by Bemidji. Shot should be evened up now, 6-6, John. The only difference in the game here was a breakaway with a really sharp shot off the top of the net. Gave Bemidji the 1-0 lead. 5 minutes left in period one.
And on that time has just flown by here. Very
Yes,
few whistles.
clean
Really,
game.
only when a goalie, has a save or a stop. And there's a goal by Elise Paya. As usual, Ryan, right in front of the net, looking for an opportunity there. Was able to backhand it in. Really great on the spot, quick thinking, good move. Jefferson and Bemidji now tied at 1.
A very similar goal to the one Taya scored yesterday, John, where she was camped in front. DeVos assisted on her goal yesterday as well. This time DeVos took a shot from the high slot, bounced off the goaltender, and Tyus was there to tuck away that rebound. Good first save by the goaltender on a really good shot from DeVos, but Tyus positioned well, good hands, drew that on net. So off the center ice, resulting draw. Jefferson initially in the offensive zone, but now Bemidji comes the other way, making a move. That shot hit Mendel in the shin guard. Now it's loose, backhand on net. DeLarwell with the save, however. She covers it up. We'll get a defensive zone draw.
On the Elise
Marshall on
Tyus
the
goal,
secondary assist there.
as well as DeVos right there. So very good teamwork, and that's how you get a puck in front of the net, and that's how you're able to just jam it in the way that Elise Tyus was. 1-1, shots are 7-7, 4:29 remaining in this very quick moving first period.
Keith won that draw back into the corner. Perry's going to come away with it. She goes cross ice, hits Towie on the stick. Towie swings wide, trying to get deep. Gets behind the net, centering pass, just hit a little bit of traffic. Deflected into the corner. Oh, Jefferson's going to have to hustle here. Good break up there by Feldman.
Really
Good
good
use of the
stick by
stick.
her,
That
absolutely.
Bemidji player was flying, John.
Yes.
I think 17 might have been the one who scored earlier.
Prevented a very clear breakaway, so great job by Corn Feldman.
Good pass ahead to Keith. Keith taking her time, keeping it along the sidewall. Now she gets deep into the corner. But there she's rubbed off. Bemidji up the wall. Cross ice pass. Better hustle here, Lindman.
Here comes 17
the
again.
speedy
You
one.
bet.
She makes a move. Another shot that time. DeLarwell's up to the task. Big save. We're
Really
going to have to
nice
keep an
save
eye
there.
on 17, John.
No
That's
question about it.
one goal in and another clear shot. Good scoring chance. There we have it offsides.
Megan had an eye on that puck, though. That was a really nice save by her, but she's got a sharp shot here. And I think that might be our first offsides of the game. So you're talking about the discipline that Bemidji and the Jaguars have shown here. Neither team have had an offside. I don't think
we had any icing
either.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So, which is partly why there's only 3:27 remaining in the first in this tied at 1 game here. Tyus
Shots
wins the
have picked
face-off.
up a bit, though. We're now at 7-8. Outlet pass, tries to find Tyus. Ends up on Moore's stick. Moore gets around a defenseman, but she's tough angle. She slides it right through the crease. Moore's scored a couple of goals from tough angle shots. That one couldn't find the far post. Bemidji throws it up the sidewall. Tyus on the back check. She's looking, trying to find an outlet pass. Ultimately has to just clear the zone. Bemidji skates it back in. Sending pass just misses. Moore's got it. Can't really get a good handle on it. Oh, she draws a penalty, though. That again, John, didn't. That just appeared the Bemidji player just sort of awkwardly got tangled with her more because Allie was trying to like dig that puck out and having trouble. Ended up looking like she horse collared her down to the ground. But we'll take the power play, John.
There are so many penalties, as you know, Ryan, that are created by a potential offensive opportunity. The Lumberjack trying to catch up to Allie Moore, and you're right, they're just kind of like a neck tackle almost. A very clear penalty, but Allie Moore jumped right back up. She's just jumped right back into the play here as she's looking for the puck in the corner, but we got a clear by Bemidji.
Clear from Bemidji.
And here comes a streaking number 17 as well.
Bemidji very aggressive offensively on this penalty kill. And it's 17 again, John. Same player rushed down, picked up that puck first, and then just cycled out from the corner. And again, top shelved it. Shorthanded goal for Bemidji. That 17, John, stands out.
Let's keep our eyes peeled, Ryan, for the varsity game if she's on the varsity team as well.
I don't know that we'll be here for the varsity game, John.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they're playing the other rink same time as us.
Yeah, but if we do see that, we'll mention it. But she has all the makings. She looks like a varsity player here. So, and I mentioned how deep their bench is. They probably have some varsity players there. So.
Bemidji dumps it in deep. Oh, they waved off the icing. Little surprise there, John. I don't think she was across the red line, but Keith is back. Good outlet pass. Comes up to Towie. Towie immediately double teamed along the sidewall. Feldman tries to hold it in. First helping out, but still kicked ahead. Keith now gets it to Feldman. Shot right back in. First is going to pick that up. She's having a little trouble keeping it on her stick. And the ice is sticky here, John. I don't know.
Sure seems like
finds Moore right off the bench, off a change. She's going to come in. Tries to cut to the middle. You'd like to see a shot happen there, John, as opposed to trying to like get that close. Now Towie off the bench. Or nope, sorry, that's Schramm.
40 seconds remaining in this power play.
Schramm circles, gets it back to Moore. Moore patient looking. Throws one on, that got tipped. Hit traffic. I forgot momentarily that we were on the power play there, John.
Indeed. 25 seconds remaining of it, and that was our kind of first good offensive opportunity there.
Gets it to Moore.
Jags looking for a second here.
Moore carries it behind the net. Loses the puck, temporarily at least. Now she's tied up, tries to get it in front. Had Schramm there. And now Bemidji loses it. 50 seconds. Oh, there's a good shot from Mendel. Like to see more of those, John. Like when they're going to concede the shot on the power play, let's get some pucks on net.
No doubt. But the Bemidji goaltender, who has played well, was able to cut off the angle there, swallow it up, create a face-off. 3 seconds remaining here in this power play, but deep in the zone. If we win the face-off, we got a shot, potentially, and indeed we do.
Oh, that shot from Mendel wide, but DeVos did an awesome job tipping that on net. Goalie with a quick glove was ready for it, but a good redirect there by DeVos.
Puts the Jags in the lead in shots, 10-9, but they're behind by 2-1 in the score.
Another shot from Mendel. That one hit DeVos square in the shin guards. Tried to get that into the middle, but Bemidji coming the other way. They're in the offensive zone. They dump it in deep. First trying to force it out. Mendel's got it. Again, keeping it along the boards. Finally, First succeeds in getting it past the defense. DeVos gives chase. We're down to 15 seconds. But Bemidji comes the other way, looking for one last shot. 10 seconds left. Turnover there. Tyus has it. She's content to throw it off the sidewall. She might run out of time before she can get a shot. That'll probably do it, John. Dumped it in behind the net. Aggressive forecheck. And that's the end of period one.
Good hustle and good play by Elise Tyus to control that puck, eliminate any chance of a last-second shot by the Lumberjacks here. They'll go to the locker rooms here 2-1, and unlike most JV games, we will have an ice clearing, Ryan, after the first period because they hadn't cleared it after the last period of the previous game here. So they'll have their break here after the first, and then we'll have 2 consecutive periods, second and third, that we'll bring you.